2 seconds. Is this game, set, match, the shot, the denial, it goes all the way, get overtime!
Yeah, you played Balsamar. So his honor went out.
Oh, well, yeah, I accepted. I had to.
Sage? No way!
We do love all the players, even the ones we shit talk. We love you all. We love you all.
Inside the fight, right in there, in deep. Rain Boss has arrived. They're taking up all the damage. You can flew your.
We're winning the whole thing this year. Mark my words. EVU, Ohio, Northwest, hey, every single one of you, get ready. Be locked in.
Why? Those don't go in. It goes off the sidebar.
So tiring and stressful, but no, I had so much fun. We met a lot of really great teams. And then bond as a team together.
Hey, my name is Ali.
Bunny Hopper.
Hello, my name is RDU.
Fino here.
Thais.
Lambi series here.
Even though most people know me as a streamer, I used to be a high-level competitor in Hearthstone.
Two-time Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals finalist, one-time champion, Yu-Gi-Oh! World semi-finalist, former Hearthstone Grandmaster.
Became world champion in 2022 and also won the global team championship.
2 times a European Championship.
When I found Parallel,
Parallel.
I immediately fell in love with the science fiction world that they created.
The depth and the details in it really stand out to me.
It's space art, it's gorgeous. The lore, Space Wars, super interesting.
I think overall the game of Parallel is what is the strong part.
The mana system, the cards.
Deck building around the Paragon's strengths.
Some things are a little bit stronger, but the strongest decks are also like very skillful.
The deck allows us to trade the assets. I can send my friends decks and cards or my viewers cosmetics.
The banking system, especially as a new mechanic.
The banking system.
One of the best decks we've seen in the mana system in any card game.
It's already adapting into tournament modes.
The community is pretty awesome.
The Parallel community and team has always been so wonderful to me.
I've been a lot of fun playing Parallel. I think you can also have a lot of fun playing Parallel.
Try Parallel, guys.
I love this game.
Unified welcomes you to the following presentation of the Midwest Esports Conference. Here at the MEC, we partner with schools all over the Midwest to create premier gaming experiences. Welcome to the MEC. Enjoy the show. Oh, I start these. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Welcome everybody to the Midwest Esports Conference. My name is Mechatronic. This tonight here with me is Mavs. I'm back from my Thursday hiatus, and we're back to get into Valor tonight, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, it's been a minute. You've been gone a little bit. You missed some pretty good games, I'll say. We've seen a lot since you've been gone. But I mean,
how many Cornell games?
More than I can count.
All right, no Cornell tonight, though. No Cornell tonight. We have Ohio State University against Drury University tonight here. I believe you were looking up these records ahead of time. What are we looking at to see tonight happen?
Well, we've got Drury Panthers at a 4-8 record, so not a horrible record. They're still, trying to, finish strong here in the second half of this double round robin. But Ohio State, on the other hand, have been looking really strong throughout the entire round robin, going 10-2, only dropping 2 matches, which I believe both. I could be wrong here. I'd have to double check it here, but both were to Columbia. So they've been performing really well against a lot of these teams. So we'll have to see if they can continue that going into this match tonight, or could we see Drury with a little bit of a quote-unquote upset, if you will, with being 4-8 going into the remaining games of this round robin. I'm excited to see it.
I'm here for that. I'm excited for that too. I mean, there's still plenty of games left to be played. Not in the regular season, Obviously, this is the end of the last. This is the beginning of the last week of the regular season for us here at Valorant. We will have a playoffs. Every team makes playoffs, so you can still do a lot of damage once you get to that point, but you have to get there first in order to do the damage. So it's exciting to see kind of stuff starting to come together here as we'll head into these best of threes and playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're still getting map pick bans currently in right now. I mean, I know it's been a little bit, since you've been here, but what are some of the maps you're, expecting some of these both of these teams to see? Because we haven't seen them a lot.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of the teams tend to play the same maps because I think a lot of them like the way these maps are kind of played out. So what are you expecting? I'd say
I'm looking for Fracture. I think we'll see some Fracture tonight. We've seen it kind of across the league. It seems like most teams are pretty comfortable playing it. So I do expect to see Fracture tonight. If I remember correctly, Drury was a bind team.
I think so.
And they had been playing bind before, so I do expect to see that kind of come back to re-enable them on bind a little bit. And I don't know. Maybe we see a split or something tonight. Maybe we get a little wacky in another map. But I think Fracture Bind feels about right for this match.
Yeah, I feel like those first two definitely for sure. I'm like split between both 50-50 between Split and Abyss. Actually, I think a lot of the teams have been playing really well on the Abyss games that we have seen. We haven't seen a ton of times, but the teams that have played on it, the games have been really, really good. So I feel like Abyss is a possibility, but I'm also leaning towards Split as well. I'm like right down the middle.
For what it's worth, we've seen a good chunk of Haven as well.
Yeah.
Right. And Icebox is back in the pool.
That is true.
I'm a
just
big
don't know
Icebox
that players
enjoyer.
Yeah, I don't know that a lot. The vast majority of players are not. So it's hard to say. I also, because I believe Ascent is back actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're both really dumb because Abyss and Bind are removed from the pool.
Yeah, the more that we talked and thought this throughout, we come to that conclusion.
This is what happens when I don't cast on Thursdays for 3 weeks in a row. So new map pool for those of you who, like me, have forgotten everything in a week. Ascent, Icebox, Fracture, Haven, Lotus, Pearl, and Split. We did see some Pearl.
We did see a little bit.
We did see a little bit of Pearl, and I'm kind of here for some more Pearl if we get that moving. But Fracture, Pearl, Split, those are going to be the more comfortable maps for teams at this point, I think. They may also kind of lean back on Ascent because it's been in the game for such a long time that I think most teams are pretty comfortable playing it.
Yeah, I would say most teams are comfortable playing it, but the map change over on, I believe it's, what is that, B site with the wall that people usually spam with the Odin. You you shoot the Sova dart, get the recon, shoot through the wall, spam it, just try to get some of those really kind of like cheesy kills. That's been taken out, so you can't get that spam as free anymore. So you kind of just have to play off the scan dart and take that information as you will. Rotate off of it if you need to, make some aggressive plays across the map, try to take some space. That's definitely a possibility, but I feel like that's such a big map change for players that have been playing the game for a while. Seeing that map change is kind of going to throw things off a little bit on that defense side, I would say. So it's possible that they lean back onto it, but if they're comfortable with it, still with that change on the defense side, is going to be up for debate, I would say.
Well, we've got a little bit of an update here. Is that the map bans are completed. And we will not see Ancient tonight. We will not see Ascent tonight. It's going to be Icebox into Lotus and a Decider on Haven. So a 2-3 mappers tonight. 3 site maps tonight. Where we're at right now.
I'm interested to see how this Icebox games plays out, because
I love Icebox.
Ohio picked it. A lot of players, the vast majority of players, I would say, are not a big fan of Icebox. I'm a 50-50 Icebox enjoyer. If I'm playing really well on it, I like the map. If I'm not playing well, I hate it. So I would say it's kind of up to how these players enjoy Icebox as a whole. I'm really looking at Drury to kind of make a presence on the map, But if Ohio picked it and their record is 10-2 compared to Drury's 4-8, I would almost say kind of just we're looking at an Ohio map 1 win.
Yeah, I think that's a possibility. I will say going into this, right, we spoke about the records, but the records mean nothing without comparison on the charts. Yeah. That 10-2 record for Ohio State University puts them at second in the league. The only team above them is Columbia College with that perfect 100% win record. And then Drury is down at 6th place, so there's some work, but there's definitely in this like middle pack between them and Simpson and Cornell College, kind of all jostling for that general space, and even Drury can, if stuff goes in the correct way, they can move up to 5th after the 2 matches this week.
Yeah, I mean, Haven map, decider match. I mean. We talked about them both being 3 maps. We're going map 2 Lotus, and then if we see a decider Haven, with the addition of I believe Waylay I think is playable now. I don't know if they are or not. I'd have to see. So, but I mean, here do you expect to see
fill me in a
Waylay?
little here? Fill me in a little
Okay.
bit here, right? Like
Okay.
Waylay, new champion.
Yeah.
A lot of dashing.
Mhm.
But as someone who like in my little hiatus, I haven't played the game, right? So
Okay.
all I've seen about Waylay is like a couple clips.
Okay.
And everything I've been told is she's not particularly good.
Well, okay, so I've played a fair amount. I would say when I say
Okay.
a fair amount, I've played a total of 3 ranked games, and that was all I played in those 3 ranked games while I was playing 5 stacked. So I think they're an underwhelming solo duelist, but I think as an off duelist, if you run that double duelist comp, I would say they play pretty well. You've got the double dash. You can either choose to dash twice or only dash once. You've got the this little bit of like a stun ability. You've got the recall, which I believe, honestly, in my opinion, if you don't have an initiator that isn't like some sort of recon, so you don't have a KO, a Sova, a fade, they kind of work well as a bit of a drone. You use your dash, you use your recall to get information as soon as possible.
The human drone.
Pretty much the human drone. And then you also have a pretty good combo of ultimate. So the ultimate, if you don't know, is pretty much a straight line shot. Pretty much about the same as a breach ultimate, but rather it be progressively moving forward. It all happens at once. And then after that little duration of it being shot out, it stuns and slows people significantly. So you combo that with something like a tail ultimate, another breach ultimate maybe, so just you add on that extra amount of stun CC. They have good potential, but it comes down to the players. If they've practiced them, have they run this in their comps and their scrims, have they set up plays with it like they people seem to have with Teo, because Teo came in swinging when he dropped. So
yeah,
it's a possibility that we see the Waylay. I'm more so looking at, if it is picked, how much time practicing with the Waylay have they gotten in? That's going to be what really swing things in favor or in not in favor.
All right. Do you really expect anyone to pick it? I think that's where I'm kind of going here. Like, what is the real thought here?
I'll say this: if Ohio are feeling pretty confident going into after map 1, going into maybe map 2, I would say it's possible that we see it. It really comes. It's so hard because, like we've said, we haven't really seen either team much on broadcast, but it really comes down to.
Famously, there's a great replay system within Valorant for us to watch these after.
Well, we're jumping into agent selection here, and already we don't see a Waylay at all, which I didn't expect to see it on Icebox. I don't think Icebox is a great map for Waylay, but I am looking at the ISO compared to the Neon setup, which I'm a little in favor of the ISO in this matchup.
You're a bit in favor of the ISO in this matchup. I do see the start of the hovers that I'm thoroughly enjoying here. I've played a ton of Viper in my life, and I'm glad that Icebox is back. It means that Viper is back. a duo that only works on this map.
So, okay, I was about to say I saw the Vise hovered for a second, I think by Lake, and that really threw me for a loop because I would say Vise doesn't seem like a great sentinel to run outside of the A bomb site. Outside of that, they don't seem pretty useful. So I think it's a good call to not pick the Vice here. I would say to stick with the traditional Killjoy. I think you get so much value on it. You've got great retake potential as well. So I will say it's rather standard comps across the board. Nothing really jumps out at me as a crazy pick.
I'm actually looking at this Reyna or the Neon as a bit of an interesting pick because I would have expected a Sova or a Fade, like some sort of like utility initiator, some like information initiator kind of stuff.
I would say to me it seems like it's going to be a very much a rundown style attack from Drury. They don't have the initiator, so I think they're looking to just try to get Lake and Senna online as much as possible, feed as many kills, get the wall up from Ken, get the near site coming out from Blitz. You've got October holding a flank with the Killjoy. I would say you're pretty much set pushing into either one of these bomb sites as fast as humanly possible, because if you take a look on the side of Ohio State, their Sentinel is a Chamber who not necessarily is the greatest Sentinel to slow down a push. He gets the one tripwire, I want to say trip, the one little bot that slows down anything. Outside of that, trademark, yeah. You don't really get to slow down much as compared to like a Killjoy with multiple things of util, but really a early push coming out from Ohio State here, playing very aggressive on the ace site.
So Drury's taken a lot of space so far, but they haven't really engaged any further past this ropes area over towards pipes. This is gonna jump up. He's gonna try and find something. Can't find anything. Focus through double tap. Goes, turns, grabs one, grabs the tap. Another one, another ball in the air. And Dez grabs too early.
I mean, look, that was a lot of damage you got down onto Lake there on the Reyna, but you've got the overkill coming out from it. So like you did a lot of damage. But really, all you got out of it is a player advantage, which is really great on defense because now you have a 3-man push trying to push into a 4-man defense. But the headhunter here on bot could prove a problem and is able to get the headshot. Did he get another one on? Okay.
No, but he got that original one through the wall.
Well, Ken able to get through underneath tube there. Lake trying to hold things down. Ken gonna fall, and now it's a 1v3. Has to be aware of all these angles around him. He has to be careful of the flank, and Hamburger not gonna find the shot, but does find it in the end eventually. And I mean, Ohio State were looking pretty good there. I mean, they held down a lot of the sites. They pushed A really aggressive. Dez was able to pick up 2 early on. Couldn't find the third one but I mean, that was a great shot.
You could actually see that that could have been another kill so easily, so quickly. Bot with a really nice kill in mid, just kind of holding it down. Lake was able to get, but it cut too far too late as Hamburger finishes this. So a good round from Ohio State University. We'll see what they want to continue with here. I see 2 marshals out. I'm here for this.
Yeah, I mean, just one well-placed shot could prove to be a kill. But wow, what an aggressive angle here on Hamburger. Is able to pick one up outside in jail, but
they know about this position. By the way, they keep pinging it, and you see Gridfeed just piece it correctly.
Oh, that's a great shot coming out from Lake. At least keeps Drury somewhat in it. If they can pick up another one, I would say it makes the round winnable. But you have Ken that's about 75% HP. And you have multiple marshals across the map, so it's not even going to matter if he was at 100. If he doesn't have the shield, he's not going to live the one shot to the body.
Over there. Correct. Does looks like he's got an idea. He may have heard Lake drop there. Turns. That's Ken with the spike. Now a little bit even more rough. Lake would have to drop down. Grifty looking in the right place. Grabs one. Turns around. Sees bot. Marshall, though, going to do a ton of damage, just trying to jump peek a corner, trying to see if they can find anything.
Oh no, not the headhunter shots.
So boxed in here.
I mean, Lake got the first shot off on Dez. If that was a well-placed headshot, it's still winnable there. I mean, 17 HP. I mean, I think they still had potentially an overheal. I don't think so now that I think about it, but I mean, this is a very aggressive spot. We've seen Dez play both rounds in a row. If I'm Drury now, I'm at least being cautious of that when I'm pushing up, but
you're thinking about it.
Okay. Yeah. But I mean, look, Lake's already at the Reyna ultimate. And this is their bonus. So like this is, I mean, you pop the Reyna ultimate, you have the Vandals in your hand. That's gonna be a laser.
Yeah, the hope here is that Lake does not go out early from a headshot from Dez. He's been doing so well to start, but there's 1 and 2 from Hamburger. Woodson can go down. Flash through will not find anyone at the end of the day.
Hamburger's kind of just stuck here now. He hears the players around them, but Senna and Lake looking to try to pick up the spiker, but Hamburger gonna be pushing out through the smoke. Finds the first one. Senna be able to get the trade though. Half HP. 1v2. Does have the spike though, so could potentially get this down, but this Waldy potentially should be able to shut this down. Wall forces Senna to push through the take. Not gonna get any value though, but the stun gonna go wide. Waldy gonna get the kill. And that's gonna be 3 straight rounds in a row for Ohio State.
You said that Reyna ult was up. It is, but I think more importantly right now, Dez has this ISO ult up. Sova 1 away from the Hunter's Fury. There's a lot of just ult potential that could be in this round very quickly for the Ohio State University, and they could try to be pushing this lead very quickly.
Yeah, Drury now on a save round. We see the Sheriffs. Blitz does have a stinger. I mean, look, I've seen some of the plays that players get with these stingers. They make it look like a Vandal or a Phantom, so it's definitely possible he's able to get one, but Hammer gets a lot of damage dealt to Lake. And Dez going to be able to get the kill on October. That is actually Spike's still down outside of B main. Look, somewhat of a default, it looks like, coming out from Drury.
It does seem like a default. They've poked themselves a little bit into B, but they're having to pull back already. That spike was dropped outside of mid. They need to grab it, and they want to go towards what looks like A. Now, we will note here that Ken has used the that wall that Viper has. Generally pretty good at taking the A site. You could throw it down across most of the site and take only the duels you really want to. So Cinna and group will have to go up against Bot here, who's the only member here sitting in the back. Smoke will go through. Full walls and more. They'll have the site.
Yeah, they do have the site, but the rotates are already coming through. We've got 2 players, looks like, on the flank there. Bot is just going to wait for the smoke to go down, but Grifty is able to get a kill for Ohio State. So that's going to make the retake here a little bit easier. Dez picking one up for themselves. Lake's 1 HP here. Tries to find something, but Bot coming in from behind. Finds the second one. And just a swift, flawless retake coming up from Ohio State.
They were able to swarm very quickly because Bot just understood very quickly that he needed to give up the site, let them have spike plant, and then they retake as 5. The second the retake on came as 5, you saw that it was 4 sheriffs and a stinger against full rifles, and it was a wallet diff for a minute there.
Well, Drury gonna try to get on the board here. This is going to be their buy round, and if they lose this, we're gonna be seeing what we've seen kind of a handful of times throughout some of these games where these teams get stuck in this buy save, and it makes it really hard for them to get back into the round and into the game. And if they can't really find something within the first, I would say 3 rounds of being in that cycle, it's almost guaranteed that they just never come back. It was from what some of the games seem like. So it is possible that Drury break that cycle here.
It's possible.
I mean, it's possible, but we do have a interesting split here. They've got the Viper wall headed towards B, but we have the Viper and Killjoy kind of pushed up towards A, try to draw some of that attention off, but a lot of Ohio State are pushed in mid here, so they've got the map pretty much well divided. they've got so much information to go off of. Waldy is holding this angle, so he's just waiting for someone to poke their head out, but the Rhino Lear is going to go out. So does the smoke. The wall is going to go up, and there is the Hunter's Fury to delay the plant, and it actually does pick up a kill onto Lake there. That is a massive kill.
It's really big. You see Dez already coming in. They're not planning on retaking this. They're just planning on taking it. Dez has one, Waldy with another. Spike did go down, but it's a 2-on-5 retake. And can do what she can, but Dez trades quickly. October, the last one alive. Go on kill for her. See if there's any more left in the tank.
But the spike's already
spike's gone.
They stuck it. Yeah, you've got two players holding it, one player sticking, and
oh no, the knife.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no.
There was a match when you were gone.
Oh.
Lamp from Cornell got knifed three times in a game. 3 times in one game.
Okay.
He was able to, so we've seen our fair share of knife kills, and just seeing that just triggered something, and I was afraid we were going to start seeing it again tonight.
Okay. I'm happy we're not.
So far. You know, 5 rounds in a row for Ohio State, and we have an operator in the hands of bots. Blitz gonna just walk right into it. They're not expecting it.
It does feel quite robotic tonight, the way he's hitting shots.
I mean, look, when you're on,
someone had to say it, man. Someone had to say it. October will get spotted. We'll pull back, but oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Well, look, everyone's gonna have those moments, but it's able to pick up another one thanks to the trademark slow there, and it's all up to Ken and Lake here. The duo for Drury here. I think these are the two that are the only two that have a kill. Take it back. October does have a kill, but the spray, as soon as the wall goes down, is able to secure one. Lake with another nice play shot. 7 HP, can't get the overheal off though.
He just needs to find one person. He needs to find one kill. He can heal off the kill. There's a world here.
They're doubled up.
They are doubled up. He's got to get 1-2 tap. One tap.
Oh, okay. He got the first one. Opts for the dismiss.
Oh, he knows.
He knows early.
Oh.
There was a world.
There was a world. There was a world.
Oh man.
That may be one of the best individual aim plays I've seen in a really long time.
Lake was able to get that first one. I mean, look, you said okay. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, when Bot's doing that, like, that's disgusting.
And the wall hadn't even gone down completely yet, and Waldy was able to get one. But, I mean, look, Lake, you've got to give some props. Really nice played shots here. It's just really unfortunate that he couldn't find the last one onto Grifty. I mean, look, what else can you do?
I mean, you put it all on the line there. That's the line. You've put it down. You're kind of okay where it lands after that point.
But picking up another early one against Ken with the operator. The orb is going to block some line of sight, but he's looking for another one. Does find the second onto Lake. Takes a little bit of chip damage, but I mean, look, you got to be happy with that. You get your first 2, you back out. You took a little bit of damage, so what? You've put your team in such a great position now.
Are you prepped for Omen? You have to be now. He is.
Yeah.
Blitz goes right down.
One enemy remains.
Finds a 4th one.
Oh no. No ace.
That's gonna take away the ace opportunity.
I think they're okay with taking away the ace opportunity. They're up 7-0 right now.
You know what? I think they're competing for kills. They're tied right now. 10.
Okay. You think it's a competition kind of thing?
I think so. When you're up 7-0.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, what can you really do against Bot with this operator? They're hitting their shots just so consistently. He's only died once.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's so hard. You just have to find where this operator's getting played from, and almost kind of just hit the opposite site, or at least hit a nice smoke, a nice place smoke to kind of throw off the operator from their angle. But Senna gonna be the first one to fall for Drury here.
The problem here is before they went, okay, we can't hit A because Dez has absolutely shredded us going into A. So you go instead to the site that has the operator with bot. The problem is you're not in a good place in either site right now. Dez looking to win in the one-on-one. Will take down Ken.
Teleport's ready. This is looking rough for Drury here. I mean, you have both ultimates on this, online for this, for the Killjoy and the Reyna, but it doesn't feel like it's worth using here. You gotta try to find a time for it to be used, I would say, on this attack, but when you're having bot play these aggressive angles, get these op shots, you have Dez playing another aggressive angle as well, but going for the head glitch, not going to be able to find it the first time around. Lake going for the repeat, trying maybe peeking him up himself, but Lake going to be the last remaining player. 15 HP on Dez. Smith's going to get Lake out just for how much longer, though. The Bucky shot not going to hit. I mean, this is just tough.
It's looking a little rough right now. I'm going to be really honest.
But this is something that we talked about going into this match. Ohio State did pick this. They were prepared for it. Could this be just the fact that Drury haven't played Icebox a lot in preparation, and Ohio State are just kind of running away with it? And I mean, I did say that we were going to potentially see an Ohio State, win map 1 because of that, and it's looking, exactly how I called it. I hate to say it.
Looking, it's very dominant. It has one.
Not
trade quick.
But you've got the trade kills coming through already. Ohio State running away with another one, and Grifty closing things out.
Ironic.
I think the question now becomes, do we see Drury at least put up one round, I will say, going into this half, because they just can't seem to find anything. They're on another eco buy. The only one that can really buy up here is Senna, and they are able to buy the Vandal going into this round and still buy next. But I mean, what can you really do? You've got bot, switching between this A and B site, not really sure where this operator is going to be holding, and then you just have Dez holding A site so aggressively, and their shots are just on one tonight. So it's really hard to make the call on where you're going to push it. Now bot mixing things up in mid, finds the shoulder of October and gets the kill. There's the TP from Grifty, actually, into Spawn. Does get dinked really early on, but Amber finds to go onto center. Grifty finding one onto Blitz, and now it's all up to Lake here. Now 1v5.
It's a little bit rough. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, 1v5, you get blind, you've got a Sheriff, you've got 4 players flanking from behind. You just gotta pray you can maybe take one down with you.
Mm-hmm.
But bots actually, I think, did die that round, so the operator was taken off the table, but he does have the tour de force, so he has a free one in the pocket. Actually, he didn't die.
The money doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't.
The money's a scam. That's kind of where we're at right now in this game.
It's interesting that he threw away the op though, because he didn't die. He got a really early on kill, but Baldy, such a great position here, finds 2. The Neon Stun is going to connect, and Senna's able to get the trade.
I think he saw it.
Spots out. Okay, no, actually, those were his teammates. Those were
his
teammates.
They saw his teammates. He saw his team. Like, that's where we're at.
The Viper ultimate is going to go down, providing enough cover for the spike to at least get popped. But Senna is able to pick off a kill thanks to the Killjoy util getting shot out. Bot trying to get the spray and the Viper ultimate, but not going to find anything. October is extremely low, so just one well-placed shot could take them down. Dez.
There's the well-placed shot.
I mean, well-placed shot. October not looking where they need to. And there's the other well-placed shot.
We found the well-placed shots, okay?
Yeah, we did find them. They were found where Drury were not looking. I will say that.
Drury was not in the same ballpark right there. That's where it was.
Last round.
Opening day baseball.
I'm expecting this round to be ultimate galore. You've got 3 ultimates on the side of Ohio State, 3 on the side of Ohio State, I think, and then 2 on the side of Drury. Des just catches October not looking, just unaware, and Bot finds Senna in this. I mean, what can you really do? You've got these players swarming around in your Viper Ultimate. You can't look everywhere all at once, and you kind of just get caught lacking. But the Omen now actually has the operator on the side of A site, and it looks like we could see a B push from Drury here.
I kind of like that they're moving the operator around. I know it is last round. I think part of it's last round. Wants to use the Tour de Force. The bot really wants to use the Tour de Force, that is. Ken's gonna get pulled in by ISO ultimate. Has to have a good win here. She will go down to Tez.
Ken did get a nice damage dealt to bot before being taken, but Blitz and Waldy gonna be able to get some trades. Senna picking up another one, but Dez is able to find Senna just running about. And now it's all to bot, who's at 1 HP.
This could be Drury's first round here.
It's entirely possible, but I mean, look, we saw what Lake did that one round, and is able to find the shots again to put Drury up on the board. I was about to say maybe, you know, bot with how they've been aiming can find some Lake-like shots that we saw a couple rounds back, but Lake's showing that they're still alive and kicking and trying to bring things back, but it's 11-1. You're going into the second half, severe disadvantage. You lose this pistol, you're going to match point, and you don't have the money. You have to force up.
I'll be really honest here. I don't think I've ever known that you could just walk through those walls from ISO.
It's a strat sometimes. It kind of catches the ISO.
I had no
off
clue.
guard.
I had absolutely no clue.
Yeah,
because why would I ever walk through it? I had no clue you could just walk through it.
Well, you learn something new every day.
That's what we're learning today.
But Ohio State now on the attack. Pistol round here in the second half. Drury trying to keep things alive. They have to win this to at least maintain some sort of leverage. But Drury finds the first shot. Senna is able to pick it up, but Grifty does trade out a kill onto Lake. Now Grifty just pushes through and finds another two, and that's going to be Spike going down for Ohio State.
Spike planted.
Spike down. 2 members alive left for Drury. Ken's going to be in the smoke. Looks to grab one. Does grab a second, in fact. Made it a little close for a second there.
It was
I'm not
close.
against that either. We've seen how Ohio State can do a lot with a lot of money very quickly, but if you have to rebuy...
I mean, it's tough to say. I mean, they're on match point now. They've got the advantage in the buy, but I mean, look, nice play shots coming out from Drury. So there are still signs of life, but I think it might be too little too late in the game. But
this map, I think, is a little too late at this point. It is map point right here, but you could definitely take a lot of good bits from this match, from this map into the next map, right? You're going to go to play on your map pick next, and I think that there's a lot of good bits you can take here. I mean, Lake has been incredibly good with aim this snap.
Yep. I mean, October did open things up onto a kill onto bots, but Hamburger going to get the equalizer. Dez is going to get taken out, though, but the trades are coming through, and now it's actually a 2v2, and
That's unfortunate.
I mean, Hamburger is low on HP, but Lake is as well. He has to try to... Lake has to get the... Oh, I mean... I think he hit the dismiss there. I don't know. I mean, it was close. A really close round, at least.
We said a lot of sounds there. We didn't say a lot of actual...
I mean, what else can you say?
Any real words?
There's so much happening across the board. Trades are going left and right, and Drury at least made those last 2 rounds extremely close. And I think that was just because they were finally able to kind of, gauge how Ohio State wanted to play Icebox. But like we said, it was too little, too late. They came online way too late in the game to try to come back, and they were able to at least pick up 1 going into the second half. It just didn't mean much. But
no.
I mean, look, you're going into your map pick here in Lotus, map number 2. You have a 3-site map. You have a lot more space to work with than you do on Icebox. We might be able to see a lot closer from map 2 than we did map 1.
I think that's kind of where you can hang your head on, is that there may be a lot more individual aim duels on a 3-site map, right? You said it's bigger, more space. you may be able to get more of those aim duels, in which I know we saw Dez have an incredibly good at least first half of that map with aim, and the same with bot, but Lake was having a tear of his own as well. So I think that there's a world there where you can see that, hey, bigger map, we should be able to get some more kills and maybe some more openings, especially on an attack side.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be Drury's going to be opening up on the attack side, like you said, so they should, on their map pick, I would imagine they've got some nice set plays. It's just if they can try to shut down Dez and bots. Yeah. I feel like if they're able to shut down those two on the side of Ohio State, they're able to kind of drive the game to their own pace, march to their own, march to the beat of their own drum. Yeah. Exactly. So there's a lot of ifs in, what ifs. I don't know. Ohio State were looking really good on Icebox.
Ohio State was looking really good.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see though.
Well, we'll find out after the break, but before we do, we're gonna take a quick break. But if you need a little gaming action in between, we have a brand new sponsor, Parallel. It's a trading card game that you can get online on the Epic Games Store. You can go and download, get a little game in while we're taking a quick break, so that way you don't miss any of the action here. Don't touch that browser. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Hey, my name is Ali.
Bunny Hopper.
Hello, my name is RDU.
Fino here.
Thais.
Lambi series here.
Even though most people know me as a streamer, I used to be a high-level competitor in Hearthstone.
Two-time Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals finalist, one-time champion, Yu-Gi-Oh! World semi-finalist, former Hearthstone Grandmaster.
Became world champion in 2022 and also won the global team championship.
2 times the European championship.
When I found Parallel, I immediately fell in love with the science fiction world that they created.
The depth and the details in it really stand out to me.
It's space art, it's gorgeous. The lore, space wars, super interesting.
I think overall the game of Parallel is what is the strong part.
The mana system, the cards,
deck building around the Paragon's strengths.
Some things are a little bit stronger, but the strongest decks are also like very skillful.
The deck allows us to trade the assets. I can send my friends decks and cards, or my viewers cosmetics.
The banking system especially as a new mechanic.
The banking system.
One of the best decks we've seen in the mana system in any card game.
It's already adapting into tournament modes.
The community is pretty awesome.
The Parallel community and team has always been so wonderful to me.
I've been a lot of fun playing Parallel. I think you can also have a lot of fun playing Parallel.
Try Parallel, guys.
I love this game.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Midwest Esports Conference. We're just coming back after Game 1 between the Ohio State University and Drury University. Unfortunately for Drury University, it was a little bit of a stomp in the Ohio State favor.
Yeah, 13-1. I mean, look, I said it going into the match, like if this was not a map that Drury were prepared to play, and this isn't something that they had scrammed, practiced, whatnot, it was going to be a bit more of a one-sided map, which it seemed to be. Reasons being, though, I mean, you had Bot aiming, you had Dez aiming. Like, both of those players for the side of Ohio State were just, you know,
Incredible.
just control. Yeah, they were controlling the game, really. So it just didn't seem like Drury had a chance to really get into it. I mean, Lake had a couple of really nice clips here and there, nice shots, but, you know, we talked about at the end, it was just too little too late by the time that the rest of Drury got online. We'll have to see how, though, you know, they took this break, you know, really broke down what happened in game number 1, going into game number 2 on Lotus, three-sided map that we talked about going into the break as well. I mean, look, it's possible. Drury were looking good towards the end. Shots were, you know, connecting. If they do win out on Lotus, they will go to map 3, deciding a map of Haven, which they that Ohio State will be starting out on the defense. So, I mean, I would personally like to see going into a map 3. You know, you get back-to-back 3-side maps, both kind of playing different in their own right. So I would like to see how the teams adapt to the different 3-sided maps.
Yeah, I mean, Lotus, you actually go to the middle side. Haven, you just end up there. Have I spread my Haven conspiracy theory yet?
I don't think so.
Okay, so my Haven conspiracy theory, while we are getting into the match here, I believe that teams never choose to go to the B site. I believe that teams only end up at the B site because they couldn't go to one of the other sites.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that's fair. I mean, I've seen my fair share of teams commit pushing into a B site. They'll get B site control, and then they'll just sprint it into a link and go into A site from B.
Yeah.
So like,
no one goes B.
Well, you
just end
get
up
stuck
there.
on both sides. Yeah, I mean, you get pushed from 3 different entrances. You've got mid, you've got the B, you've got C link, you've got A link. There's a lot of angles that you have to kind of watch and hold if you don't take a lot extra space. So I mean, you push through A link, push into the site. I mean, it's free, but we'll have to see if we get to that point.
Yeah, we have to get there first.
We have to get there first. Drury have to win out here on map 2 Lotus.
I will say teams actually go to the B site on this map, so we've already have an improvement.
Yeah, I will say this. I was gonna say I'm a little surprised that we didn't see a Teo locked in at all, but Ohio State did lock it in. Hamburg going to be playing the Teo. Drury, though, opting not to. They're going to look to, you know, they are hovering that double controller, and that's actually going to be locked in.
I'm here for that. I'm kind of here for that. Double controller.
I mean, it's definitely not horrible. I mean, you're stringing on.
It's a 3-site map.
Block out. Yeah, you throw down so many different smokes. You really don't know where they're going to be going. So, and you have the Clove that's not necessarily a standard controller.
Yeah,
they're like this duelist controller hybrid. They like to fight.
Yes, I would agree. And I think that kind of makes sense for this team composition, and it makes sense for how Lake wants to play. We saw him playing the Reyna last game, so I do kind of expect the same general idea to go through this game. Bot on a breach, I'm kind of here for it. I'm kind of here for it.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw on the paper.
Yes, it's different, but I love kind of star players being on a breach because I think that breach is such a self-sufficient agent. Right, like I feel like breach is really good at doing whatever breach wants to do. Flashes, yes. Stuns, yes. Clears, yes. Like, the breach kit's really good, and I like it when players who are quite good at the game are able to play breach.
Yeah, looks like we do have a little bit of a tech pause coming out from one of the teams. Looks like somebody's having some issues, but I mean, we talked about the duo that was Bot and Dez kind of running away with the game last map. You've got Bot on the breach that's very supportive and self-sufficient agent, and then you've got Dez that likes to play Dez on the Neon that likes to play off of, you know, team util, flashes, stuns. So like, if bot doesn't pop off, I think the only reason is going to be because they are feeding kills into Dez with the util usage. So, I mean, this is this will be interesting for Ohio State to run. They've got the Teo that has kind of proven to be very strong on this map on Lotus because of the honestly the site clear potential. You use that ultimate on C, you pretty much take up the entire site with it. There's nowhere for you to hide, so you have to run out into the open. But we'll have to see what gets used here. But the breach stun and the missiles are going to go through. The neon stun also outside of rubble is able to provide one. Bot able to pick up one of their own. Finds a second. Can they get the third? Doesn't look like it. And after all said and done, this is a 2v2, but you've got the health on 1 HP.
The health is so low right now. I mean, Lake can just get through. They're both sitting in this A-Link area, so it's kind of free site right now. They're going to have to be careful when the two players push onto site.
One enemy remaining.
Thrifty coming through right now. That's Ken. That's a high health player.
Yeah.
We've seen Lake do stuff on like a super low HP, right? We've seen it happen.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate though that they did have the overheal active at the time. But now it's run out. So you've only got the 10 HP to play from. You tap the spike, look to try to find at least solidify 1v1, but you just can't get it. Grifty is able to close things out for Ohio State. But again, I will say, Drury looking alive. They got a lot done in that round. So they kept it close.
I mean, they did keep it close. That was a good round from Drury. It's other than the round that they won, it probably is the best round we've seen from Drury.
Yeah. I'm looking at this Marshall coming out from Hamburger. So if they can't find one, I'm gonna be a little upset because this Marshall in a save round into a save like this, it gets so much value.
Nicely done.
Able to get the timing
and out for free.
For free, yeah. Took no damage whatsoever. But Grifty gonna be the one holding B site. The rest of Ohio State going to join. But now they're gonna opt to swing this back towards the A site, and I think that's definitely the play.
Ohio State University, they like liquidated this A site. Now they're just being really aggressive behind, but they should be able to hear this, right? They should have heard the aggression through mid.
You've also got the Vise wall up from behind, so that little bit of information is going to be able to at least solidify a 1v1 if they opted to go through the flank. They aren't going to go through there. They are going to go through Broken and through Stairs and Main, but the spike is going to go down. The missiles are not going to go out. Just a little too late to really stall out the plant. And now Drury have to hold on to the site on an eco buy of all things.
On an eco buy, we'll see what they can do. This will be the first one through. Quick kill. Nicely done from Hamburger. Grabbing Blitz. October down. Ken down as well. Just 2 members left alive. Lake sitting in the smoke. Prepped for the smoke to fall. Cinna swing. Good swing. Dez takes Lake out though. This is the only one left, and the spike was just held the entire time.
I mean, look, you did the damage that you needed to in that second round. You got the spike down. You got 3 kills. You did a lot of damage to the last remaining 2 members. So they have to kind of force into a couple more shield spike. But look, Ken getting away with that for free is absurd. But
it's disgusting, man.
Yeah, it really is. But look, Drury are going to be able to buy in this round. This is their bonus. They are going to be able to get these rifles. Ohio State, on the other hand, looking a little low on the rifles. They've got 2 in the hands of Senna and not Senna. I forget the 2 already. I saw it just half a second ago, but I think it's Dez. Dez is going to be having one of the rifles. So that is one of your star players, one of the riflers, and their aim was looking really good map 1, so it's something to be worried of. But
I will say we've only seen 2 rounds of this map, but this map feels a lot closer than the last one did.
Oh, absolutely. It feels like Drury are able to at least maneuver around and get some timings. And look at that. Ken is able to trip the wall. It did take a little bit of damage from the Sheriff, but the Region Shields are going to be able to at least get them back up a little bit. But when you get flashed and missiled like that and just ran down, what can you really do?
I mean, they can go to A. Right?
They did go to A.
The spike is just planted on A right now.
Yeah, but they are on the flank now. Here, Ohio State going to try to retake this, and Senna just runs out into rubble.
So much information, though. Like, it's at the end of the day, it may be okay. Like, you have to do something odd here. Oh my goodness, Blitz is just getting spammed down to start. They check it too after the spam. Waldy's got another one onto October.
It's just.
I was systematic destruction.
I was expecting that to be a bit more Drury sided. But
I love the idea from Cinna to be super aggressive there.
Yeah.
I just don't think it worked the way they had expected it.
Yeah, they just didn't have any backup. They got really, singled out over by rubble. You saw the wall thrown up. They tried to get out, but when you get down to, when you get spammed and down to 1 HP like that, all they had to do is just keep shooting through the wall, and it eventually a bullet is going to connect. So it was just right mindset, wrong execution across the board. I think in another round, potentially it would work out.
Potentially, we'll see what they want to do here. Lake they're looking to just attack right onto the B site. I think maybe one of the ways they can do it. They haven't tried straight onto B. They've gone to the extremities. They've hit A twice. They've at least prodded towards C.
Yeah, it's just C is so hard. You've got the Vias util set up across the board there, and it's so hard to really get anything going when you have that wall with thorns, with the flash. It's so hard to push in when that's all up. So I can't really blame Drury for trying to prod around B, go to A site on all these rounds. So if they're able to at least clear out the util on C, I will say it's definitely a viable option. But they're gonna opt to go A here this round, and the rotates are already coming through from Ohio State.
I mean, they know, right? They heard that. Oh, that's an incredible shot from Dez. I'm sorry, that was the positioning for Greg. Oh my goodness, Dez!
Spike down A. Gotta go.
He's on. They're on for the ace.
Dez
They want it,
tonight, man.
I mean, we said this. They're okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I feel like that's karma for Dez taking bots ace in map number 1. Yeah.
That shot right there.
That's
this position, by the way, insane.
Didn't get anything out of it.
Didn't get anything.
Really, really good play. It's just, what can you do? I mean, they cleared you. You had the right mindset. It's what the heck was that trade transfer? That's all I have.
That was disgusting.
Oh man, 8-1 does have the ultimate available and ready, and they are already taking a lot of space up towards A. Now,
and they're being a little bit more aggressive mid. Like, you haven't seen this from Grifty this match yet. They're really aggressive.
Holy. They have to. Yeah, they are not giving Drury any room to breathe. Bot's looking for the flash, but they're gonna opt not to push through it. They don't want to get overly aggressive if they don't have the solidified kills, that will prove to be worth the trades if they do come through. So they're gonna back out. Spike is gonna get rotated out towards C, but we already see a rotate coming through from Grifty. You've got the Vias util still up on site. This is gonna be a very difficult site to take if you are Drury.
It's a question of how quick do you want to go here? Are they gonna 4-man push through this? No, they flash through. Sheer triggered. Baldy's just stuck in the back of the site.
Senna did get through. You did have the TP coming up from.
They'll get a plan.
Blake does get the kill onto Dez. That's a big kill coming out from them there. But Waldy trying to find something. But the spike does go down. Ohio State already on the retake, getting some kills. Ken's able to get the trade. Blitz is spotted out on top of the site, but there is the Teo ultimate to force them out into the open. And now it's all up to Lake. Has to just keep on running. The spike's gonna get defused.
This is a game of pros don't fake.
I don't think we've seen a tap at all.
No, there's no taps. Full on hold 4.
Well, think this is going to be the first eco buy we see from Drury. I feel like their economy has been pretty relatively okay, that they've been able to buy into a lot of these rounds, but now it's feeling like it's slipping out of their control. You know, you're up 5-0 Ohio State. I mean, it was looking close in the beginning, but now it feels like Ohio State are able to kind of just run away with it once again.
I mean, it doesn't look it does not seem like it is hopeless right now for Drury. There is makings of work here, right? They are able to get onto sites. They're just not able to hold it after the fact. They're getting on with like big number advantages too, right? You see them getting on in a 4v5 or a 5v5, forcing Ohio State to retake. But okay, Grifty.
Okay, Grifty. I mean, a couple kills did go to the side of Drury. You do have the Neon Ultimate still available for Senna, but you're half HP, technically even lower than that, so I wouldn't say it's worth using unless it's a solidified 1v1 kill that you can get away from. But Senna is just across the map.
It's a really long flank here. I feel like Ken will die before that flank is up. You see, that flash just absolutely brutalized the aim. If you're Senna, do you just save here?
Well, next round's going to be your buy round if you are Drury. You've got the ultimate still available. I would say if you can, maybe try to go for something, but not like that. That's tough. You get
yeah. That's a bit unfortunate right there, man. Like, there's no good way to do that either.
But if we are taking a look across the board here, ultimates online are all going to be in favor of Drury. You've only got the Neon Ultimate on the side of Dez. You've got a couple points away from Bot with the Breach Ultimate, the Vise Ultimate also coming online shortly with a couple. But October's only one away from the Fade Ultimate. That's a big ult for you clearing out sight and taking control of it. And you just pair that with the Neon ult running in. Senna, it's very possible we see a combo play coming through, but when Grifty gets an early kill like that onto Lake, makes it difficult. Is able to at least capitalize off it and stay alive, but Hamburger and Bot going to be pushing in through A, picking up a kill of their own. Now it's going to be all up to the last two remaining players for Drury. Blitz and October trying to clear as much as they can. Yeah, Waldy is in such a great position, swings through the wall. Waldy is able to pick up on two, and there's a team ace.
How is that a team ace?
The res from Lake. So somebody killed Lake. And then,
I was gonna say, because I thought Waldy got both those kills at the end. Like, did my eyes deceive me?
Yeah, no, they did get both kills, but Lake rezzed, got a kill, and then died to somebody else.
I see. So someone had to get a 2K in there.
Yeah, pretty much. But Dez, we talked a lot going into this game where it was looking really, really good. Grifty kind of went unnoticed and is playing really, really well in their own right on the Omen in this map. You know, they're following Dez just behind by one kill on the leaderboard. So, I mean, when you've got these players that are just playing so well on the side of Ohio State, if you're Drury, like, what can you really do?
Your goal is you can hope that your teamwork and the strats that you have can outwin mechanical prowess, right? Because that's what it is. Ohio State has incredible amount of mechanical prowess this game. Not that Drury don't have aimers, but like,
face your fear.
We're all watching the same game.
Yeah, when you have hamburgers just swinging out, picking up three like that, it's hard to really get anything going. But then it does pick up two, but the stun does connect. Oh,
that's unfortunate.
I was gonna say they got away, and then we cut to the Dez POV of just looking at Senna trying to get behind the wall.
Yo, shout out our observer Comfy for making us feel like that was cinema for a second there. We really all thought that Senna got out, and
at least it's psych. You thought.
But,
I mean,
this is disgusting, by the way.
Yeah, like you just swing out, and Hamburger is able to pick up three there. Like, as good a team play is, when you've got the mechanical prowess and the aim coming through, it's very difficult. Now, this is going to be another eco buy for Drury, and Ken just pushes up straight into the crosshairs of Dez. Not how you want to start off a save round, and look at the map control Ohio State have. They cleared so much up through B. You've got the Vice pushed all the way into spawn, and now Drury are just trapped here. They have nowhere to go. Only hope is going to be the Neon Ultimate, but it does not matter. Dez is able to pick up 3 there, and that's another flawless for Ohio State.
This is really unfortunate to watch right now, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
9-0. It's a buy round across.
I was gonna say that it was looking really, really good in the beginning. Ohio State kind of running away with it now, but you just pointed out though, it is a buy round, so anything's possible. Anything's possible in this game. I've seen so many different things happen that I never thought I would see. So I'm always on the side of optimism and believing in the underdog that's in the game.
Right there. Right now, Bot solo holding this A site. Hamburger and this Omen are both sitting in Link. The two of them ready to pop out if anyone goes forward, but they'll be pushed back. This is the time to hit the site. Unfortunately, Dez has rotated over now. Bot goes down. It's a good entry. This is a good bit right now. Okay, Dez.
Finds the time, gets the first one. Hammer getting one of their own. The Neon Ultimate does get popped, and they are looking for more. Dez picks up another. The spray through the wall is able to connect. Dez taken out by Ken. But there is the Vice Ultimate on the side of Drury and now Ohio State. So this is pistol v pistols. Not when you have missiles being flown at you.
It's pistols, but not for long. Lake's able to get one onto Grifty.
A lot of
now they've got rifles. Oh!
2v1. All up to the Vice here. Lake's overheal is expiring now. 33 HP. Waldy pushing through the smoke. They are somewhat aware of it, but he's able to push through and gets both.
That's disgusting.
Just gets the timing. They were aware of it, but once the spray through there, the initial spray didn't really connect on anything. They looked the opposite way.
That's so unfortunate.
It seems to be the word of the game. It really feels like.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's just so many things have happened, and it feels like it's just out of Drury's control. Like they play things right until something happens, timing plays out the way it does, and it just becomes unfortunate situation after unfortunate situation. Now 10-0. Ohio State looking to expand this once again on another eco buy, and now Grifty with the Odin trying to find more hamburgers. They're able to pick up one more, and so much util is just being poured out here.
Well, that was a quick round.
Yeah.
Round in the half.
Well.
Yep.
Once again, I'll say unfortunate that the Bucky shot missed. That Bucky shot hits. Things could have played out differently.
It's a new world, you're saying?
There is infinite possibilities.
Oh, new.
Yeah, and I got it. I just didn't.
Okay.
I didn't know that I wanted to give it.
We weren't sure yet.
Yeah. Well, the Vice has switched sides, sets up on the A side here. And Dez has actually played so aggressively.
Oh no.
There is the Breach Ultimate connecting onto several players, and Dez gets the sliding shot onto Seta, and the rest of Ohio State cleaning up the rest. Blitz gets away with one, but what can you do when you have so much util being flown at you, and stuns and concussions? We have map point, match point.
Are we sure this isn't like 3 months ago Neon that was super broken on rework with like sliding and stuff? Because Dez is making it look like it is.
No comment. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to check. We'll have to check the
check in PC.
Game. Yeah, check in PC. Well, sides have swapped. It's all even economy across the board.
Yep.
Drury have to win a perfect 12 rounds in a row to send this to OT. It's a stretch.
Definitely
But I
a
feel
stretch.
like weirder things have happened. Senna gonna take early control of Rubble. Meanwhile, Ohio State are just gonna push straight through on to B. October's able to get the kill onto Dez. Does get taken out by Hamburger, who picks up 2, and Senna does get the trade though. The bot gonna shut that down. 2v3 here on the retake for Drury. Make that a 2v2 now as Ken picks up 1. Very, very winnable.
Not ready yet. Good hit.
Flash it does connect onto 1. Waldy does get connected by the Omen near sight, but now it's all up to Blitz here, who does get the right click onto Grifty. It's a 1v1 now. Spike is taken down, has to get these kills, and is able to pick it up. Keeps Drury alive.
It's the start of something. It is the start of something. We haven't. No one get your hopes up yet. I'm gonna be very honest here. Because they've got a lot to go. They've got a lot to go here, but it's the start.
Something new.
I'm not singing that one.
Ah, okay.
That's where I draw the line. High School Musical.
Hey, look, High School Musical 2, man. Goated movie. Honestly, all of them.
I can't
3's a
say
little
no.
questionable.
I'm a big fan of the Cars series, personally.
You know, that's fair.
Even Cars 2.
Well, I was gonna say Cars 2 is a questionable one, but Dez gonna get the opening kill on Tele, gets a Guardian in hand, and if you want a rifle in somebody's hand on this eco buy, this is exactly the person you want. Of a stun, not gonna connect on anybody. Fade Prowler is going to try to stall things out, but the rest of the players from Ohio State are just pushing through. October is able to get 1. Does fall, unfortunately. Blitz is able to at least maintain even players across the board getting a kill, but now the spike is planted and the retake is on, and I have to see if Senna can get anything with this outlaw this close of range.
One enemy remaining.
Does get the first one, but Dez gonna take him out now. Once again, all up to Blitz here.
They're able to do it once.
They're 100% aware of it. They know where he is, and Dez does get the 4K, gets the kill. And
GG's in the chat, man.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State just looking really, really good across both the maps. It felt close early on in the game, but as soon as the round started playing out more and more, it just felt like they were able to maintain control and keep themselves in the driver's seat going in from map 1 to map 2.
Yeah, it felt like they had their they had their foot on the gas, they had their foot on the brake. Everything was at the Ohio State University pace, and Drury University takes another loss today. They'll have one more chance to get a win before the playoffs begin and try and see if they can get up into that 5th seed, but they will have a little bit of work on their hands.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State, they're just looking really, really good and proving that this 10-2 record, now 11-2 record is not a fluke. They are playing extremely well across the board. Drury, like you said, have one more chance tomorrow to at least pick up a win to try to improve their seeding going into the...
I've gone and looked at what the match is. I'm sorry to say, but it is against Columbia College.
Oh, no.
Who, if you weren't playing Ohio State, the only scarier team in the league is Columbia College.
You fed me hope.
I had
then
hopium,
instantly ripped it away from me.
I had hope, man.
Well, try to go and enjoy that game then. I don't know. Columbia College, are a scary, scary team. We've seen so many, a couple of their matches. If there's a team that beats Ohio State, it's Columbia College, and they're proving that with their perfect record. So hopefully, maybe they find something tomorrow. Who knows?
Hey, they're just trying to get a win, and for the Ohio State University Scarlet, they're gonna take on Cornell College tomorrow, which should be in my head it may be a closer game than what we saw tonight, but I don't know how much closer it could realistically be.
We've seen a lot of Cornell, so we kind of can
we know the Cornell
their potential.
We know Cornell very intimately.
Oh,
we're gonna
very
take a
much so.
quick break here. But before we do, again, we told you about our brand new sponsor, Parallel. They're a trading card game that you can play online on Epic Games and stuff. Take a quick look at them while we are headed off to a quick break before we come back with an interview. Welcome back, everyone, to the Midwest Esports Conference. After their 26-2 rounds tonight in over 2 maps, we've got Grifty. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing mighty fine. How are you guys doing?
Well, I'm doing quite well.
we're doing something. I mean, those 2 games were they were something. I'll just say that we were kind of at a loss for words at some points. I don't know. I mean, after this, all these games this season, you guys so far right now are 11-2. You've got one more match left to play in regular round robin. I mean, how are you guys feeling?
I think we're feeling good. I believe our only one team makes it out of the MEC, and right now we just need to looking forward to beat Columbia during the playoffs.
Do you guys feel that Columbia is kind of your only competition right now? It seems that the 2 of you are at the top of the leaderboard, and then it seems to be a bit of a gap between you guys and the team in 3rd place right now.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe that they are a bit over us. I mean, they've beat us twice, but we can just have a good best of 3 or 5 whenever we meet and hopefully beat them.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm excited to see that matchup because both of y'all have been proving that y'all are really, really dominant teams. We saw that tonight with both 13-1s across both maps. Now that Icebox is in the rotation, is that a map that we would typically see y'all playing more often? I mean, we haven't seen a lot of players play it before. I think it doesn't they're not necessarily a favored map. So when it comes to y'all, is that like something that y'all were planning to pick whenever it came back into the rotation? What was the thought process behind it?
Yeah, so we've been practicing that like over the past week and a half, doing some scrim, some strat practice, and I'd say, liking our icebox. Most of our team are pretty good aimers, so we've been looking,
We
and that's more of an
noticed.
aim-heavy map. So, yeah, so I believe we'll be planning on picking that more often as what was it, Abyss? We played a lot, that got dropped. So.
I want to talk about one very specific situation that came in on the second map. We saw that you TP'd on top of the door to
Yes,
attempt to get
yeah,
two
no,
kills.
that was I wanted something to try because an opponent did that to us, I don't know, a few weeks ago in some match or scrim or something, and I was like, screw it, I might as well try it myself. I mean, it didn't work out.
Thoughts?
I got omen blinded like right beforehand. I couldn't see anything, so
Okay, but
I'm
in the future,
in the future, it's not really practical for our setup. I'm normally playing as a B rotator, or I'm normally not like anchoring A, but maybe. You never know.
because we both saw that, we were like, "Whoa!" We
Yeah,
saw it
I
in a
saw
replay
vision.
originally. We
you
were
have
very
you have full
confused.
accuracy up there for like 5 seconds or so while the door is like in the middle of opening.
Yeah,
That's
I saw the vision. I thought it could have played out well. I just thought it was unfortunate that all three of them turned right up to look right at you as soon
I
as
mean,
you
yeah, I
TP'd
mean
up there, and
they
then the
looked in
omen
front of
blind.
them. They didn't hear me running away. They looked behind them. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was also, I believe, the round that Dez slid in and got a triple kill with a single spray down, which
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
incredibly disgusting.
Yeah, he's stunned and yeah, and just ran in right after I died. Trade me out.
So you guys are preparing right now, I assume, for playoffs coming forward. You have one more match tomorrow against Cornell College. What's your guys' thoughts leading up into that, and what are your guys' thoughts in general for the playoffs?
Well, our thoughts are so far to hopefully get all 5 of us because 7 p.m. is not a good time for us. So that's why we had Bot, who's our coach, play today. Um, and I think coming up, we're actually going to Vegas for a LAN tournament in early April. I'm not exactly sure when MEC playoffs are, but I think a lot of our preparation has been more focused towards Vegas. But I will say that come MEC playoff time or whatever, we're hoping the Vegas LAN might be another preparation in terms of that.
I mean, look, you could have fooled me. I mean, Bot was playing really, really well today. We
Bot
saw
was
the operator
incredible.
in his hands. Yeah, he was aiming for sure.
Yeah, he likes the chance to play a match or two here and there.
He fooled both of us into
Yeah.
we thought that was your full lineup. So I'm a little scared of the Ohio State University lineup with a full 5-man lineup then.
Yeah, well, I will say he's a very good sub to have.
Anything you want to say to the fans, the people watching at home, anyone else that you want a couple shout outs to give?
I'll shout out my brother GP again in chat if he's there. I don't know.
Oh no, he's definitely there.
He's there, yeah.
People have asked how much you were paying him to be there to talk about you in chat.
Yeah, unfortunately, nothing. I'll get that settled.
Well, it could be fortunately nothing for you. Right?
Well, yeah, I'd say. Who knows?
All right, thank you very much, Good Fee.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
All right, and that's going to be it for us tonight. I almost said this week and the MEC. We'll have one more match tomorrow night in Valorant before we all head off for playoffs. Next, I guess we'll start announcing this now. Next week's schedule may be a little bit different depending on when teams want to play their playoff matches. So be on the lookout for streams at any given moment. Just be prepared.
I'll always be on standby. Just look out for the notifications.
Just always be watching.
Just keep the stream tab open at all times.
Yeah, I think that's a good shot. I think it's a really good shot. Before we go, though, you've been seeing a yellow box on the top of the screen and in the bottom left as we've been playing the game. That's for Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation, which emerged from the front yard lemonade stand of 4-year-old Alexandra Alex Scott, who was fighting cancer and wanted to raise money to find cures for all children with cancer. By the time Alex had passed away at the age of 8, she had raised $1 million. And since then, the foundation bearing her name has evolved into a worldwide fundraising movement and the largest independent childhood cancer charity in the United States. ALSF is a leader in funding pediatric research projects across the globe and providing programs to families affected by childhood cancer. For any more information, you can go visit alexslemonade.org, or you could click on the Tiltify link that our producer Alan is going to put in the chat right now, which lets you donate directly to them. It helps us because it tells them you came from us, and it helps them because it helps them fight pediatric cancer. So it's a win-win for everyone involved.
Well, that's gonna call us for tonight. I mean, look, we got one more day, one more match, so finally watch before the playoffs do kick off. I mean, look, I said it earlier. I'm excited to see an Ohio State versus Columbia College match because they seem so dominated across all the games that they've played. Of course, Ohio State, I think, only losing to Columbia College. So, look, maybe playoff time's their get back. Maybe they come back and really seal things away.
We'll see. We'll see you all tomorrow night.
Alex's Lemonade Stand was founded by my daughter Alex in our front yard when she was 4 years old. She decided she would have a lemonade stand, but instead of keeping the money, she would give it to her doctors so they could help kids like her. And she was able to reach her $1 million goal. She passed away 2 weeks later. She was 8 and a half.